Welcome back to the Lights Out podcast, bedtime stories for boys and girls around the world. Good evening, boys and girls. Are you ready for bed? Are you all snuggled up and ready for another Lights Out bedtime story? Well, you're in for a treat tonight, because tonight's story is called Pooh in the Zoo by Steve Smallman and Ada Gray. And I got this big box of 10 books landed on my desk, and they're all to do with animals in the zoo. It's called Zoo Friends, a awesome collection of animal tales. And I'm going to read them, hopefully night after night, for 10 nights of animals in the zoo. But back to the story, because it's all about the story. And you'll listen to now Pooh in the Zoo by Steve Smallman and Ada Gray. Once upon a time, little Bob McGrew was a keeper at the zoo. Looking after animals was what he loved to do. But it wasn't always fun, because Bob was the one who had to push a cart around and shovel up the poo. There was Tiger Pooh, Lion Pooh, Prickly Porcupine Pooh, Plummeting Giraffe Pooh that landed with a splat, dollops of new poo, bouncy Kangaroo Pooh, a trail of drippy droppings from a fat wombat, flying bits of bat poo. Crikey, whose is that poo? A pongy pat of panda poo steaming on the sand. A monkey always throws his as fast as he could do his, so no one had a clue where his poo might land. Bob felt dizzy. He was far too busy, with big jobs and little jobs all around the place. Then he slipped on a banana while mucking out an iguana, and it ran off with a very greedy grin upon his face. The lizards caused hysteria inside the cafeteria, climbing on the counters, eating everything he saw. 11 lime lollies, all the cakes off the trolleys, a pepperoni pizza, and then sandwiches galore. Iguana's bulgy belly started wobbling like a jelly. "Oh," he groaned, "I don't think I could eat another bite." Then his greedy little eyes saw some sparkly fireflies, so he gobbled them up too, because he fancied something light. Iguana said, "Oh, oh." As his bum began to glow, he pulled a funny face and plopped a poo upon the floor. But Iguana's jaw soon dropped when he saw the poop he'd plopped, and he ran back to his cage, where Bob was waiting by the door. Bob turned around and saw something glowing on the floor, a poo that shone so brightly it was lighting up his face. "No creature in this zoo has ever done a glowing poo," he whispered to himself. "It must have come from outer space." Soon, everybody knew about the new poo in the zoo, and people flocked to see the interplanetary poop. Then a man in a carrot and sparkly blue top hat said, "Hello there, Mr. Zookeeper. My name is Hector Gloop." "I like you," said Hector. "I'm another poo collector. I collect exotic poo-poos. I've got quite a big selection. I want the world to see how amazing poo can be. Please climb aboard my poo museum. I'll show you my collection. I've got a pile of Yeti poo, and some that's like spaghetti poo, a smoking pile of dragon poo. They're very hard to find. A mammoth poo in here. Oh, and that one's very nice. It's massive pile of poo-poo from the dinosaurs behind. I've got a huge poos and tiny poos, crusty poos and shiny poos, every kind of poo-poo you could ever wish to see. Well, I've got some doo-doo-doo-doos, but no, I don't have any glowing poos like you do. Oh, I've simply got to have it. Will you sell your poo to me?" So Bob sold the poop to a happy Hector Gloop, and he spent all the money on a robot pooper scooper. Well, it whizzes round the zoo, and it picks up all the poo. And for Bob and all his animals, life is super. the end of Pooh in the Zoo by Steve Smallman and Ada Gray, here on the Lights Out podcast, bedtime stories for boys and girls and poop collectors around the world. Good night. If you enjoyed this story and all the 436 others, please like, subscribe, thumbs up and follow this podcast to make it to the mission we have of 1,000 ad-free stories forever for boys and girls around the world. And you can check out the website, our Facebook group. Facebook is Lights Out Bedtime Stories, and my website, martynkenneth.com.